Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, it's episode 27 of the Sticky Side podcast from Middleburg, Florida. I'm Rob Chismark, and I am joined tonight, as always, my co-host, superstar editor from Raleigh, North Carolina. It's Mike Bird. Mike, good evening, man. How's it going?
Somebody's got to make you listenable, Rob. I guess that does make me a superstar, doesn't it?
That's what I'm talking about. Superstar editor makes me listenable.
Hey, man.
Stops you from stumbling on your tongue.
Oh, my God. You know what I do realize when I go back and listen to this over and over and over is my use of...
you call it hammered a lot.
I call it hammered, and I use a lot. Like, is the worst. Like, what's it, connecting word? Is it even a word? Well, Laura would know. If we're playing Scrabble, can I use as a word?
It's my understanding is an onomatopoeia.
Okay, I regret asking you anything.
Really?
What
Really?
is onomatopoeia?
Onomatopoeia for real?
Don't hurt yourselves. Onomatopoeia.
Is it really? Is it really?
I think so. I can look that up.
All right, so, okay. Onomatopoeia. That sounds like some other language.
Too much. That's English 3, bro. I'm not into that.
Is that Native American? It kind of sounds Native American.
For
Of
God's
course.
sake.
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia is Greek, like most words. Okay, so it's not an onomatopoeia. It's technically called a filler word or filler sound. I don't see how it's a word though.
But I get 11 points if I play it.
Only on
Can I use it in Scrabble?
Yeah.
triple
words.
letter.
I mean, a use worth 4.
Okay.
A use
it
worth
is
4, right?
It is an onomatopoeia.
So I get points. Thank you. So
Okay, yeah, it definitely is. So an onomatopoeia is a word that describes a sound. But that also
but
is a
um's
sound.
not really a sound.
or it's a conjunction word, like I use it.
It's
No,
not
it's
a
not a
conjunction.
No. Yes.
Onomatopoeia is a
Conjunction,
word
junction.
which mimics the sound it represents.
Okay.
But so how is even a sound? Like when do
like
you
if
use
you're
as a sound?
if you're a monk, and
Meditating?
you're in a
I would
tomb
say
or a
an
temple,
is a hum, which is an onomatopoeia.
like
That's how I need you to say from now on. That'll keep you from doing it. You're like, so I was wondering, what was going on with you? Like,
as the audience is hypnotized.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
so it's a balmy 81 degrees was the high today here in Middleburg, Florida. It was amazing. I've worked outside. I feel like I might have gotten a bit of a sunburn. How's the weather up there? I can see there's still a hoodie on, so it can't be too hot.
It was fairly chilly today, you know. I don't know if you can tell, but I am completely beat, man. I have worked. Last week I did 85 hours. I even worked today. I am just like a madman with overtime right now. Granted, most of the work is sitting behind a desk doing paperwork, but man, good God.
That's sometimes harder, man. That's
Yeah,
sometimes harder.
It really
for real.
is. Freaking sucks, man. But it's only for 2 weeks, so I'm on my second week of it right now, and got one more week to go, bro. But I was like excited. Let's do this podcast, man. I always look forward to my time with you, Rob. It's my favorite time of the week.
Come on, man. You got that Hammered podcast that you talk about all the time, even when you're on this one. So this can't really be your favorite.
I got two favorite times.
Week,
but Laura's one.
It's one of my favorite times because right there in my camera view, I always get to see beautiful Laura.
What a kiss ass you are, dude.
All I want is for Michael to talk to me the way Rob does. This is all I want. I'm not asking for much here. It doesn't even have to be sincere like yours is, Rob.
That's see, you know me. I like it.
You know what? I don't think Rob's is all that sincere either because he's married and I'm sure his wife listens to this show. So,
do you talk to your wife the way you talk to me?
when she
Answer
when
this
she
right.
deserves it, of course.
Of course.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you have to, right? You have to.
Yeah.
Well, he does not. So clearly, it's not like in the rule book of relationships to say nice things to your significant other.
Because we have a professional relationship in the studio. Professionals here.
Oh, okay.
You know, I have to give the illusion.
Okay, Rob did not get that memo. As he whispers his sweet nothings to me.
Oh, my gosh. Anyway.
Hey,
what we got
really
going on?
Excited about the guest we have tonight, dude. We have an incredible guest. This is a guy that I watched grow up. You did too. I know you did too. He lived kind of close to you, so you got to see him here, there, and everywhere. And I watched him grow up from the time he played with one guy in the ACO to his time as a pro. He's a father now as well.
A father?
Without further ado, Duncan Clemmer, huh? He's joining us tonight.
Duncan,
yes,
what's
sir.
up?
How y'all doing?
Hold on, you got to rewind this, man. Duncan, you're a dad? What happened?
What? You ain't know that?
No, man. I've been
Don't tell him how it happened. Just tell him,
We don't need
just
that.
tell him about
Yeah.
I got a 2-year-old son. He just turned 2 February 1st.
Oh, wow. What's your son's name?
Dawson.
Dawson? Sweet, man.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I had no idea. I'm 2 years late, but congratulations. Damn.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. They're fun. They're fun, man. The terrible twos. You're right there.
I know. I feel like he's already 3.
Ooh, I'm shocked you're able to do this podcast right now.
He stays with mom.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Mine are 21 and 17, so I'm done with that. Never going back.
With mama too.
Yeah. Rob's old too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I am
Mine
jealous.
Are out on their own.
I am jealous of Rob though. He doesn't have to dye his roots of his beard. I was looking at mine today, and damn, I got to go get some more just for men. I'm starting to gray again.
Sorry, bro.
Sorry. He up.
No, I swear to God. Swear to Jesus, I don't do nothing. I mean, touch it up. I might pull a gray. I might pull a gray here and there because them grays, when they get growing, all of a sudden they like stick out all on their own. They're like independent. You know what I'm saying? So I might rip one of them out every once in a while, but it ain't gray. It's white. It's got no pigment at all. So.
And it probably.
Duncan, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it's probably like 3 inches longer than every other hair on your body.
And it's
too.
like it comes out here. It's like way over here. It's like great, and then thick. Some bitches are thick. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
So
well, before we get with Duncan, I got the hair Nazi over here. Like if you let me have one ingrown eyebrow hair, she's over here trying to pluck it out of my face.
Correction: it is not an ingrown eyebrow hair. It is a rogue eyebrow hair. This thing is as long as Rob's beard hair, and it's got its own goddamn zip code. The thing can touch outer space. And he gets mad at me when I want to rip it from his face.
I need a button to mute her mic while I'm sitting over here.
Quit talking shit. You started it, bro.
But hey, Rob, you were asking Duncan a question.
I love it. The hair Nazi. But look at her hair. It's always so beautiful. Look at how much it shines. You can see it on the camera. It shines. Sorry. You want me to tell the truth? I can.
No. Lie. I wish you were bald.
So our main man, Duncan, man. So he's been on his winning ways. He wanted me to mention the time that he won the Southeast Conference. So this is right back before the time that his boy was born. He was actually living in the Georgia area. So he would join the Southeast Conference for a year and came to a conference. It was in Rome, Georgia. It was one of the first times they had to do a split bracket because we had so many people. And Duncan won one side, and I can't remember who won. Who won the other side, Duncan? Wasn't there somebody on the other side? Stephen Hunn, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was Hunn.
And then you beat him for the overall? Isn't that how that worked?
Yep. Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty sweet. And then you've been winning since then. You weren't yet a pro back then. You became a pro last year. Was your rookie year, right?
Yes, sir. That was my first ACL season.
You probably had one of the most exciting matches on ESPN as you were coming down through the at Rock Hill. That match you had on TV. Who were you playing? Grindersleeve, maybe? No. Who were you playing in that match?
First one was Hissner.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable match.
I think ESPN 2, the first time, I think that was Hissner.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second time was Birchfield.
Well, was it Birchfield where you hit that airmail and drug everything for big points?
The stovepipe. The stovepipe.
Oh, is that what you want to call it?
Yes, sir.
Explain what stovepipe means.
That's just an airmail, pretty much. It started off as a high airmail, but then we just started calling every airmail a stovepipe. We seen an old backyard player throw a bag like 40 foot in the air, yell stovepipe. So we just thought it was funny and started using it.
Oh, right. I like that expression, stovepipe.
Yeah. So when I saw it, when I heard them start using it, so the hat that Abe Lincoln used to wear was called a stovepipe. Yeah. So ever since then, it was like, when they threw that, and I still refer to only the high ones as a stovepipe because they got to come up real high to get in that thing. And I always imagine Abe Lincoln's hat landing a bag right there on top of his head. Boom, straight through the stovepipe. That's the way I imagine it. So it's pretty sweet.
They call a gun jam a stovepipe too.
Oh, that sucks though. That ain't getting anything done.
Yeah.
That ain't getting anything done.
Man, so Duncan, I think I've told this story a couple of times on the show with a few guests, and I'm going to tell it again because you're actually on the show, so this will mean something to you. Me and my friend, we used to ride around and we would chase these tournaments around North Carolina where we thought it was going to be easy pickings, right? And this one came up, I think it was in Pine Tops. It's like a military tournament or something. We were like, wow, okay, this is a nice little payout. Let's go snipe this one. We show up and I see Duncan Clemmer, and was it your dad that was with you?
John Lamb.
That's And I looked at my boy Brandon. I was like, fuck, you got to be kidding me. And I was like, okay, maybe we won't have to play him until later. And then, when we got there, we thought this was going to be a double elimination tournament. All right. But lo and behold, the guy's like, nope, single elimination. I'm like, okay, shit. Maybe we won't have to play Duncan until later. Maybe they split the bracket up. Fucking first game. We had to play Duncan and John. I was like, are you kidding me?
What year was that?
And
what year was that? 16?
God, I think it was before that. Let's see.
15
or 16. It was 2015 2016. And lo and behold, man, we got sent home after the first game. It was a long ride back to Raleigh, bro. Long ride. Like, we didn't get second place. We didn't even get, like, our money back. It was just, like, pay the bar tab and exit left. I was like, yeah.
We cakewalked the rest of the tournament.
Dude, I bet. I mean, me and you, we were throwing tough against each other. It was Brandon was getting destroyed down there by John. That was like, I hate to say I didn't talk.
That's all you could do.
That's it. That's all you could do, bro. That's all you could do. That it reminds me of like when at Spencer McKenzie this past year, I went just to go, just to hang out with Rob and Rob Beverly from Chicago. Man Cave Mondays asked me.
Man Cave Mondays.
Yeah, Man Cave Mondays. He was asking. He needed a partner, so I was like, I'll play with you. And our first game we played Jamie, and God, who was it? Jamie and Trey Birchfield? I think was our first game. Dude, I'm telling you, man. I played good against Jamie. I did. I held him, but the win was just way too much, man, for Rob, and man, we got exit left.
Like 40-mile-an-hour winds out there.
Oh man, it's crazy.
Yeah, man, you missed it. Were you there, Duncan?
Oh yeah, I played with Smokey. I think we got
That's right. You did well.
Or 9th. Yeah.
Yeah, you did well. Old Smokey boy. Oh my gosh, we got to get him on here sometime.
Oh, that's a fun
time. That is a fun dude right there.
Yeah. So
why do you think I played with him?
Yeah, I know why.
He's one of them low-key players, man. Like, if he was, I don't know, if he wanted to be have the exposure, and he wanted to be one of the marquee players out there and have a sponsor and be one of the top pros, he could. But he's just a low-key player that likes to play like local tournaments and stuff, right?
He barely plays local ones.
Yeah, I mean, but he's a top-notch player, man. Top-notch. I mean, since I've known him.
He'll always go to Spencer's, though. That's a place where you're going to find Smokey every single year, man, without a doubt. Yeah, so he kind of like ramps it up right around Spencer time so he can make it out there and do his thing again.
Oh, well, I'm going to do that too, man. You got me hooked. I like it.
Hey, good place, man. Good fun stuff. No doubt about it. Incredible. Next year they're gonna make it even more intimate. You know how it was all spread out over that same area. I just talked to John last week, and he's gonna pull all that stuff together. And he's actually, you know, that one grassy area that was kind of like a hangout spot.
Yeah.
He's actually gonna put a bar in the middle of that. So now there's gonna be a bar in the middle of both rows of courts that are gonna be, you know, over there. So now the bar, and then when the nightlife comes and the concerts are there, the bar is not going to be too far from the concert. So you never even got to leave your spot. You know what I mean? It's going to be so awesome next year.
So they're going
to all the cool small changes.
Oh, so I thought you said something about they were moving it back to where it originally started. So they're going to keep it at that one spot?
Yeah, they're keeping it at the fairgrounds.
Okay.
And they're just going to change things around and make it different. And what, you know, John thinks it's better, and all the things that he's told me so far, it looks that way. So we'll get him on too, right? Maybe as they sell it out or release it or whatever, we'll get him on here to talk about it. He's ready. He's ready to come on. So
the who's who of cornhole goes to that thing, man. So, you know,
no doubt about it.
The ACO, the ACL, they're all there, man, for the most part. Yeah.
This year, it might even count as local points for the ACL.
Really?
Maybe.
Oh,
I don't want to let the cat out of the bag.
You just did,
so
meow.
I have to edit that, but. Only to you.
No.
Only to you and the stovepipe, man. That right there, that kid right there he knows how to keep a secret. That's what I like about him.
I ain't gonna say no.
Yeah.
He's already typing. He's already typing on his phone. Nah.
Well, check this out, Duncan. So I'm looking at the ACL standings as they currently are, and you are ranked number 5, man. And
yes, sir.
I was looking at this list. The top 100 are elite players. I was like looking at all these names, and holy crap, man. There's only a few names I don't recognize in the top 100. But to be in the top 10, let alone the top 5, man, that's a big accomplishment right now. I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, was this a long time coming, or?
I mean, just right before Worlds, like I really decided that I should maybe take this like super, super serious, you know, because I feel like I got the game for it. I just got to get my head right. And I grinded a couple weeks before Worlds. It paid off. Grinded a couple weeks after, then won the shootout with Brandon. Been grinding all off season, and then ready for Vegas. Went out to Vegas and did my thing in singles, and that's how I ended up where I am now. Just hard work.
That's awesome. How often do you practice?
So lately I've been hitting blind draws almost every day of the week. Try like at least 6 days a week right now. And then I don't really practice. I maybe practice like 1 or 2 days a week, just practice throwing bags in the hole, like just straight sliding in.
I feel like that's the toughest shot you have is the straight sliding in. Because if it's anything spectacular, you're going to hit it. An airmail over 2 bags and a pile of bags, a roll over 3 bags deep. You're making, you make all the spectacular shots, but I feel like your hardest shot is just a slide in. So that's cool that's what you practice.
That's all I've been working on. It's been paying off. I can tell. PPR is getting a little higher.
Who was it? What was it? Trey Ryder. Someone was talking about your shot and how many different types of shots you have, like different rolls. Like you're probably like one of the best rollers in the game that I've heard about. How long did it take you to kind of perfect that roll shot?
So, do you remember? I'm trying to remember which state championships you ran it. This is ACO years ago.
probably
I'm trying to remember where you ran it.
2015. The one in the gymnasium, or the one in? Okay, that was the last one that I ran. That was
15?
Like 15, I believe. 15 or 16.
So that's when the roll really started, because Michael was kind of doing that little hop shot with the suede bags, and then I just started doing it from there. Like we learned that little skip shot, and then it turned into a more angled flop shot. And I really give the credit to Michael Avery, but it's hard to learn the flop, but it's easy to do once you learn it.
Yeah, I've gone in the yard and tried to throw it, man. I think I just need to work on the grip. And our man Ayun,
Anthony Ione.
Yeah, I watched his little clinic in the lab, and he goes, it's like opening a door. And I tried that, and man, it's just tough. It's tough. It would take tons of reps for somebody just to learn it brand new off the street, especially an old head like me, that's used to just throwing a flat bag and sliding straight and using airmails, than to go to like turning your wrist a little and trying to get it to roll. And then I'm scared it would mess up my regular shot. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I could get it. Can you throw one, Rob?
Nope.
Because we're old.
I need to get into I just need to get into a clinic with somebody like a guy like Duncan, who throws it naturally. Like every one of his shots could roll. Yeah. And that's why I was talking to him about that slide shot being one of the hardest shots for him to complete all the time. Yeah. It's because that he is always throwing. You asked him how long it's taken to perfect it, but this dude's been rolling since the day I met him. So it was like he said, with them suede bags, he would just throw really hard and it would just hop. You know how they would hop over two bags in front of the hole? And that's what it would do. And that's the same type where the nose is up and it comes in at that funny angle, and it just hits and it boom, skips over everything. And that's what Duncan was like. He was famous for that in the ACO with those suede bags. He could do that like shot after shot. He made the boards look like half-inch boards because he could take that bounce shot and just do crazy stuff with it. And then he just turned it into, with these slicker bags, he turned it into what it is now, that roll and that flop. And he could throw a flop and a roll. Those are two different things. People don't really realize that, but they're two different shots, because he can actually throw it with accuracy, knowing that he's going to roll over three bags and into the hole. Oh. I've seen him throw a roll drag on purpose. So the kid is awesome, but the slide shot is now something. You say, will it mess up your slide? The slide shot is something that's, not 100% like it used to be for him.
Well, break that down. A flop shot and a roll. What's the difference? Because a flop does a roll. Is it just like the flop being like a half a roll or one roll, or is like a roll shot multiple rolls?
Yeah, a roll shot can be multiple rolls. Talk about it, Doug.
So the initial flop was, like he said, the little skip, or you hit a little bit nose up, skip over one or two bags into the hole, but it's just like it's staying flat and going in. The flop hits behind the bags, and it's so angled and a little bit higher that it hits behind it and kind of tumbles in. It rolls in.
Okay.
So the roll is like, you can't really, it's harder to flop with new bags. 90% of the people you see that are flop shotting, it's really just roll bags. But like a flop is, to me, is when you hit flat and it skips over the bags flat and goes in.
So like a flop is like a front flip, and a roll is kind of like the bag cartwheels. Yeah.
No. So when
you do have a
flop,
bag. Cool.
Yeah. When the flop comes in, and you hit, like, this is another bag, you hit behind it, and it just stays rotating and goes over it.
Hold on one second, Duncan. Let's adjust the camera so we can see. Go to the 3-shot, see if you can see the bag in there. No, you're going to have to stand up or something so we can see the bag.
I'm trying to see.
Let's see.
So on a flop, you want to hit behind the bag, it'll skip and keep spinning over it. And then a roll is going to hit behind it and do the tumble and go in.
Okay.
Flop stays flat and the roll rolls.
Show us in the camera how you hold the bag when you throw your roll.
Well, my normal throw is I hold it the same. I have a butterfly like that.
Uh-huh.
Like my hand goes all the way around the bottom of the bag, but I just grip, butterfly grip.
Okay.
And then, but I tilt it up more whenever I hold up. Like this is a roll shot, and that would be like a normal shot.
And when you release for
just
a
a little bit
roll,
of wrist.
you turn your wrist inside, in to the end towards like 9 o'clock.
Yes, just slightly in a little bit, and then I follow through like that too. And just keep the face of the bag like facing the board, so when it hits, it's like a little flop effect.
Makes me want to go out and practice right now.
It's funny to watch him do, because he can do these cut bag roll shots that are just disgusting too. I've seen him miss a whole pile because he wants to leave it there, and he'll do like this cut bag, like he's got more than, like, you call them like 5 shots, right? There's like 5 shots in the game, but Duncan he's an innovator, and he shapes his shot even more than what people with 5 shots can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's fun to watch him go at it. Like you'll see bags in front of the hole, and that's no problem for the kid. So whether it be a roll or an airmail, and he uses them to his advantage. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you saw that shot we were talking about, where he hit that over the top kind of airmail drag and drug everything into the hole. I think he got a 9 on it. Brought himself. I mean, it was badass.
What was that recently?
It was at the World Championship against Trey.
That must have been that one and only picture you have on your Instagram where you were like fist pumping. Yeah.
That's it.
I was like,
well, I cleared it before that, and I haven't really used it since then.
Oh, because I was like,
I thought about posting my TikToks.
Well, I did put your Instagram handle under your screen on the podcast in case anybody wanted to go and follow you. But then I looked and I was like, man, he's got 800 followers and 1 post. So I'm like, Duncan needs to get on this. And I was like, maybe he just don't want it. Because you're a younger generation. You're into the TikToks and stuff, I'm assuming. So
that's just a bigger viewership over there. Way more people watch on there.
I can't figure out TikTok, man. I just don't. I've posted a few sticky side videos over there, but
start telling some of your dad jokes, man. You'll start getting some views.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm here to say he's done that and it hasn't worked.
His dad jokes.
You know what I did? I had like a dad joke thing going, and it definitely wasn't working. So
you got to be prettier, man. If it was me, it would work.
Bro, look at this! Look at this beard I'm growing. I'm trying to be like Chismark. We're gonna have to change the logo here after a while.
Well, good luck. I mean, get out of here.
Are you trying to grow one too?
Still got peach fuzz. What are you?
I shave every week.
What are you, 7? Come on, man. That peach fuzz ain't gonna grow into a beard. Did you watch him? Did you watch Duncan in Las Vegas? Did you see any of the matches that Duncan was?
I do know you finished very well there. You know what?
Matches.
Wait, weren't you playing when Matt Guy spilt the beer or something, or knocked over Score Tower? Or was that somebody?
I knocked over Jay Dotson's beer. Dang, did you hear about that?
No. I did watch you were playing on one of the live feeds, I think, that I was watching.
Oh man, that's what we want to talk about. We're gonna talk about that a little bit. I want Duncan to give me. I want Duncan to give me his take on what he was seeing. So, you know the step through, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's kind of wouldn't you say that that's a little bit of a controversial?
Wait a second. I know what you're talking about. I was watching that match because I don't remember the guy's name, but a lot of people were commenting on that live feed on Facebook, talking about how he was all halfway up the court after he threw the bag every time. And I apologize for the guy. Yeah. I can't remember his name. But, yeah, Duncan, I was watching because you were playing.
His name is Tyler Parent.
And then you won at the end, and you went batshit crazy. And I was like, that's Duncan Clemmer right there. I know that boy.
Yeah. Right. So the kid is fiery. Yeah. Right. Duncan, so Tyler was taking his step.
Mm-hmm.
What point in that game what point in that game did you start to get angry?
All right. So I had 2 bad rounds to start the game off. And then the third round, I think I got down. No, the third or fourth round, I got down 13-0, and I missed my first bag to the right. He started doing like this before he'd even thrown his bag, and I was like, I took it personal. I was like, so you want to get hype? Okay. I was like, you want to get hype? I just took it 1,000% personal, and I just stepped back. I was like, I swear to God, I'm not going to lose this game.
Yeah.
And then the follow through wasn't bothering me. It's just the leaning over on my side. That's the only thing that really bothered me about it.
You're a quick thrower, right? Like when the other guy throws, you're ready to go right after.
Oh, when their bag stops, I'm firing.
Yeah. So his style would kind of impede you a little bit. I do remember, like, at the end of the game, did he throw his hat or did he throw his bag? He, like, chunked the shit out of something.
He missed his last bag, and I got one for the win. I still had a bag left. He was still out in front of the board, and he threw his hat against the sponsor sign.
Yeah,
and it flew back. It flew back across in front of me, and then I just slung my bag at the wall.
It was you that threw the bag. Yeah. No, I was definitely watching that one.
He was kind of wiggling into your lane when he was throwing his bag. He would wiggle all the way over across the center board line, which is something that we've all been told you can't cross, right?
Yeah.
So, at any point, did you involve an official? Did you get a ruling? Did you talk to anybody, or were you just determined to win the game and that was that?
So I was determined to win the game, but whenever I didn't try to get a call first. I saw all of them watching because people were telling them to watch, and then nobody was doing anything. And then the last throw, I waited 40 seconds, and I looked at Stacy Moore, and I did this. I was like, clock. Yeah. Like, I'm calling clock. And he just looked at me and smiled, and I just was like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't get a call.
Yeah. I did realize that he took a long time for that one throw, man.
It was a minute and something.
Like, how long can you analyze a shot? But I don't know.
I just wanted to win.
He took that timeout, right? He did take a timeout, though. I mean, so you are allowed a little extra time, but then he came down after the timeout was done, still took some more time, right? Isn't that how that worked out?
Yeah, it was a minute after.
Threw his bag and still drifted into your lane.
Yeah.
That's pretty – I mean, all of that's kind of crazy. You don't need a call. In the end, the truth is you don't need a call, but we need to stop – if that's going to be illegal, right? If that's going to be deemed as illegal, if he's not coming back fast enough, just like you said, when their bag stops, you're firing. Something needs to be done for the rest of the players, not just for Duncan Clemmer, but for the rest of the players, because it does. I mean, that
you got to set a precedent.
Isn't the same. Yeah, the game isn't the same. When you allow somebody to do that kind of stuff, it just changes the game a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
and I had people. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, especially on a stage like that, man. It's the Nationals, and this stuff's being live streamed. There's like 600 viewers watching a match. Like, what if this happens on ESPN? On an ESPN televised game, are you not going to enforce that rule for the time? But if you do enforce it, then you could say, well, how come you didn't enforce it during my match? You can't say it's fine here, but it's not fine over here on this game just because of where the game's being viewed. You know what I'm saying? You got to enforce the rules straight down the middle.
That's like if they see you foot fouling, are they just going to sit there and let you keep foot fouling if the other person doesn't call it out? Can I stand 2 foot in front of the board as long as they don't call it out?
Yeah. And don't these games do the games that are televised on Facebook Live, do they have officials on the court? I do know the ones on ESPN have officials.
They don't, but they're standing around the court, or there's an official that's commentating it.
Mm.
Yeah, because there's when there's an official commentating, they can't really get involved in the game until the player. The fact of the matter is, this is a player policed league, so the player Duncan, you would have had to taken that to the commentators or to the people that were talking about the game in order to get an official over there. So if you had some problem with it, thought it was a rules violation, that's kind of up to you to make that happen, to have an official there officially, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you didn't do that. You were just determined to win the game. You didn't care. You may have given the clock thing, but you were just determined to win a game. You never walked over to find an official. You never cared to have an official there. You were just playing, is what it looked like to me.
I mean, the crowd was doing a lot of the talking for me too. Like, they were like, "Yo, do you guys see this?" Yelling at officials and stuff. And I'm just kind of like, I got to throw my bags in. I can't even worry about what's going on.
Right, but it's still on you, regardless of what the crowd does, regardless of anything. It's really still going to be on you. If you see something that an official can't, truly an official, if they see a violation, they can walk up to a game and talk about it. They can tell that person, "Hey, bro, that you're doing the wrong thing." That can't happen, but it doesn't typically happen at our level.
But Rob, but Rob, check this out. Not every player's. You've got a lot of passive people out there that don't want to cause any conflict. So what if these players are out there and this is happening to them on the floor, not on live, not on ESPN, but, they're out there. They don't want to start trouble, But I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, it's got to be done across the board. You can't just do it on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Just because it looks good, it's good optics. But if I'm playing somebody and let's just say I'm a passive person and I see this guy stepping across the line, I don't want any problems, man. I'm not going to sit there and call the guy on it. Or some people want to take forever between shots to try to break your rhythm. I'm not going to call them on it. But some people might be uncomfortable with that, but not they want to do something about it, but they won't call them on it because that's just the way they are. You know what I'm saying? Am I making sense?
I just feel like we're at such a high level that if that's the case, and somebody's trying to do something to get an advantage, that's an advantage. So we're at a level where if that's what it takes for you to get the win, to go get that advantage from cheating, somebody's got to know about it. You almost have to call them out. You almost have to make it, you have to make it known. That's just the way I feel. And so none of the violations bothered Duncan. You heard him. Yeah. He didn't care one bit about the violation. What he cared about was what he felt when he was disrespected, when the man fist bumped because he missed his bag just a little bit to the left or the right. So then Duncan was like, "Oh, well, you're not beating me now, bro. 13-0 is not enough. Watch." And he proved it.
He was celebrating his win before he won.
Right.
That'll get you every time.
It. Duncan proved it. Duncan, what did you say after the match? A lot of people who were watching it on the live, they said that they kind of muted it because you were going off. Do you care to tell us what you said?
I can't say word for word, but
yeah, you can. We don't care.
When I threw the bag, I said, "Let's fucking go."
Right.
And then I ran down the other end. I said, "He must have forgot who the F he was playing."
Did you find that bag?
So actually, it went missing for like 5 minutes, and somebody had picked it up and was holding it for me. Yeah, I walked over there. I was like, "Where is my bag at?" I know I did not throw it. Like, the wall is right here.
That shit's not like a home run ball. You can't say, "Hey, Duncan, can you sign this bag for me?"
My dad had to tell me to calm down. I was fired up.
Oh man, your dad was there, bro. Your dad was there. He was fired up with you, for you, all kinds of stuff, man. We were getting him involved in some good fun stuff. Your dad's a fun dude, man. I like him being around.
Oh yeah, he flew out there to watch me.
Yeah.
So, well, what happened to you after that match? I actually quit watching until ESPN the next day.
I played Mark Richards. Do you know where he's from, Rob?
I don't, but that dude can play.
Yeah.
You just got a nasty slide and a nasty airmail. Like, that's all there is to it. Nothing flashy.
Can play. Right.
Clean airmails and clean slides. That's all he does. I swear to God.
He was dropping them stovepipes.
He really was.
He didn't care.
I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Hey, you should have tried some tactics on him.
That's what I like about you. That's what I like about you. It doesn't matter. You're gonna tell the truth. Golly. I couldn't wait to talk to you about that Tyler Parent match because I seen you get fired up, and you get fired up when you make a big shot, but you were fired up in that match, and I didn't realize what it was that got you that way until you just told us about that fist bump. But you were fired up. I could tell that you were fired up from the middle of that match all the way to the end. He must have forgot who the F he was playing.
It was 19 to 12. And I slid and cleaned up a bag around 2 of his and got 6. And I walked down. I was like, "Oh, that's big time. That's big time." I feed off of it. Like, I love when people piss me off.
Hey, let me ask you both this, man. I don't know how y'all feel about this. And this might make me a bad guy because I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of the awkward fist bumps between frames. You know, you four-bag. If you four-bag and the guy you're throwing against four-bags, okay, little fist bump. But if you throw a 3 and he throws a 3 and you throw a 1 on the board, you don't fist bump that shit. Everybody's fist bumping after every throw, and it makes me sick, and I don't want to see it anymore. How about we get some competition and some fire in our games, and we treat our opponents like the enemies? I don't even want to talk to them, honestly. If I know them, like if me and Duncan are playing against each other, we'll talk. We'll speak a little bit. But if I don't know you, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about, where you're staying, what hotel you're at. I don't want to talk about, who you played in the past. I want to kick your ass on the court. I don't want to talk to you, And these awkward fist bumps, I'm not feeling them.
No,
you only get a fist bump if you hit a good shot.
Exactly, right. Exactly. But then I'm going to roll my eyes, too, when I walk away. I'm going to be like, fuck. But
I'll be honest, man. I feel like that has hurt my game. The kind of rooting for the other guy, the fist bump, the whole fist bump phenomena is kind of hurt my game. It is taken away that slight little killer's edge. That slight, that's taking it away from me because I kind of I'll even help. I'll be like, come on now, concentrate. You can hit this push. And that ain't the right thing, man. No, that ain't the right thing. When I've already got a 4, I need to keep the 4 and not get my damn, not get a wash out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think the Bengals defense was telling the Rams, come on, buddy, you can get this first down. Let's go. Do you think that was happening in the Super Bowl? Hell no.
I don't.
That would kind of
no more fist bump. I ain't giving. If we play each other and we ain't fist bumping, shiz.
Look,
I don't want none.
There's certain players like Frank Modlin has made a career out of being the nice guy at cornhole. Frank, and he still can play and be competitive.
But let's leave it to him. I feel you. Let's leave it to him.
We'll leave it to Frank. Frank can be the nice guy at cornhole. Me, I'm going to say hi, shake your hand before the game. Nice to see you, especially if I don't know you. I'll just throw my AirPods in and just boom, I'm out. You play with AirPods too, don't you, Duncan?
If I can't focus, I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't focus. Or if there's no music at the tournament and all I hear is bags hitting the board, it's just kind of like boring to me.
Yeah. Well, Rob, there you go, man. Maybe if you get that mentality that put your foot on their neck and smash their jugular vein, maybe you'll finish better than 7th. I just saw you finished 3rd.
I know I did. I just finished 3rd.
Yeah.
That was in doubles.
In doubles.
I finished yeah. But the truth is, that's the truth. These headphones I got on, they work real well, but I don't really like to wear them. I do like to interact with my opponent.
Yeah.
But I do need but I noticed I used to be better. I used to be better because I didn't. All I focused on was my bags and my game. Yeah. I was better then. I finished better all the time. I finished better in the world. I finished better at the regional. I finished better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the conference, I always finished better when I didn't care who was next to me. And now I'm nice, and I'm in a different place too, you know? I mean, here we are. We got a podcast. We want people to watch us, right? If I'm the dick next to them on the board, I mean, are they really going to watch us?
I mean, they might want to hear what if you're a dick on the podcast.
Yeah, I mean, but you've been knowing me forever. You knew when I was pretty good. You knew me then. So, and now you know me now. So, yeah, I feel you. Hey, if you'll still watch me, that's all I need. As long as you tell people.
Look,
I mean, you ain't telling none of the Instagram followers. What the hell?
I'm gonna get on it.
I mean, he's got 800 of them. He's got more than the sticky size got. Like a lot.
That ain't bad, man.
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
Look,
man, they love this kid. He's fiery. I've been on ESPN doing some stuff. I mean, he's worth following.
Here's a good example. So at Worlds last year in Rock Hill, I went and I played in the blind draw. And guess who I played in the final of that blind draw? It was Duncan. And I don't know who your partner was. I don't even remember who my partner was. Do you even remember that game?
I'm trying to, but I don't.
Yeah, I know. You forget.
He
forgets all his losses. He compartmentalizes all his losses. I see. But yeah, we played in that little blind draw and we won. But I threw against you and we talked, but we didn't have a big conversation because it was game time, man. It was like, hey, what's up, Duncan? You know, just like we're cordial. You know, we talked a little bit, but I know you. But if I didn't know you, I'd just been like, hey, yep, nice to meet you. Boom, let's play.
Yep.
You know, a little fist bump.
Play. And you won.
We won. God, that was the only good feeling I had when I left Worlds that last year.
What was that? A little sit and go or something? Is that what that was? A little sit and go?
A little Madden sit and go.
Yeah, over there on the other side.
Sit and go?
Yeah.
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Hey, a win's a win.
Oh, you was in the headquarters?
Yeah, the headquarters at Worlds.
I got you.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, Mike Bird.
Bro,
you remember you could
look.
Dang, who's your partner?
I don't suck.
Who was your partner if you beat Duncan Clemmer? Who'd you have, Matt Guy?
I don't remember, man. I really don't remember, and I feel bad. But look, I mean, I may have been out of the game for a little bit, but I can still throw. I'm better than your average player. Like I was looking at some of these names in the top 257 right now, or 256 in the ACL. Yeah, and I know I can beat a few of them, bro. I'm telling you, I know I can beat. Rob, me and you, I want to play you. I want to play you, Rob. We're going.
Don't play me. You'll be mad when you do.
Beard versus beard.
I ain't gonna talk to you. I ain't gonna talk to you then.
Duncan, how does this sound? I'll play Rob 2 out of 3 for beards.
What? 2 out of 3? No, it's one game, man. That's
one
how
game.
we do it in the real world. That's how we do it in the real world.
Mustache.
Oh.
What is that? That's a mustache. You call it a mustache? Come on, stop.
That's my porn stash.
No. Oh. That's your peach stash. Stop it.
Hey Rob, speaking
Duncan,
of,
so you've had a. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
You've had a cornucopia of partners
cornucopia
over the years. Yeah, a bunch. That full. You know what I'm saying?
I just like
different
your wordplay.
Vegetables, different fruits. So I want to know, you and Brandon have had some pretty decent success, but through the years, have you had a favorite partner?
I can't pick favorites, but I have a most winningest partner.
Yeah, I think I might know who it is, but tell us who it is.
I have one loss with that person, all right?
One loss.
Uh-oh. Are we playing a guessing game here?
What's his name?
Big Woo. We only lost one. Turn it together.
Dude will throw a 10 all day. Woo, 10.
Wait, who's that?
Noah.
Oh, Noah.
They don't lose much together. That was when Noah was really coming up too. Noah was working hard back then. They were really coming up, and he credits a lot of his game to Duncan quietly. He don't be professing it all, everywhere, but he credits a lot of his game to Duncan. And it's funny, Duncan being as young as he is, a lot of people credit their game to what this kid has done over the years. So it's really cool that we got him on here. You know what I mean? And you know him too, Mike.
Well, Duncan's young, but he's kind of an old man in the game because you've been around forever. I mean,
it's funny though.
I feel like an old man.
How old are you?
But he doesn't do
22.
God, shut up right now.
Yes, sir.
So when I first met you, that means you were like 15 or 16 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I started playing when I started playing when I was 15.
15, yeah, okay. So yeah, you're right there with like Jamie Graham and Brandon Davis, Eric Davis, a little bit younger than you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Caleb
Avery, yeah.
I mean, he's seen them all. He's played against every one of them. He's been on top he's been in the mix with each and every one of those guys. How long have you been on top? I mean, you've been pretty much on top since you started playing, though.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I've ever been on top, but like in the top mix, I want to say since like 2017, probably the last 5 years, I feel like I've stayed in the mix.
That you've been a name in the game. Like people say, "Oh shit, I got to play Duncan Clemmer." It's not an easy game, you know.
I feel like before them, they knew who I was, but like he ain't all that.
Like, yeah. Like,
what was the change? What caused the change?
Honestly, so 2017, I did a lot of work. Me and Noah grinded 2017. Like we practiced so hard 2017. We go outside and play like, I swear to God, 6 hours at a time, and then go to a tournament, and then wake up those 6 hours, and then go to a tournament, and like same thing every day. So like 2017, I really started to see my slide, my flop, all of that start. Like I guess working at a higher percentage and using it, like blocking people and flopping over bags. That's when my game really started changing. Whenever I was like using strategy 100% of the time instead of just trying to go in.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, that sounds like me at night in the bedroom with Laura.
Blocking.
Gotta use strategy before I go in.
Look at her. She's on Instagram right now.
She's not even paying attention. That's why I said that. Like, hey, Rob, so I went to Walmart the other day.
Because you don't know how to talk to her. That's why.
Hey, so, speaking of hair, we're talking about cutting mustaches off and beards, but I went to Walmart the other day, and they had Batman shampoo, which I was very pleased with, but they didn't have any conditioner Gordon.
Stupid.
See, you got him, bro. Put that on TikTok.
Would that be
somebody's
TikTok
gonna view that shit? Oh, I think so. Conditioner Gordon. Oh man, that was the best one you've ever told. That was the best one you've ever told.
She's laughing over here.
Laura, you gotta edit that one out. It was too good. That was way too good for Mike Burr. Come on.
I don't get it.
Come on.
She doesn't. She's never watched a Star Wars movie. She's never watched Star Trek. She doesn't know who Batman is. Probably.
We were talking about Batman. Neither Star Wars or Star Trek.
But I'm just saying, like pop culture stuff, like we know because we're old. She's still young, She doesn't know that stuff.
She's not that young.
She's older than Duncan, but
she might watch Batman with Edward in it, right? You might watch Batman with Edward.
And she's probably going to watch that and be like, he's in Twilight. I can't.
Right.
I don't even know if I can watch that.
I mean, it's a natural movement for a vampire to be Batman, isn't it?
I'm going to stop you right there because fuck you.
What?
I don't watch Twilight. I've never watched Twilight.
God, are you sure?
What kind of basic ass piece of shit do you think you're dating?
It's terrible.
I don't know. I don't watch it. My daughter has watched it.
But you're going to assume I watch it?
I mean...
Maybe you read the books.
Maybe
you read the books.
No.
You didn't read the books?
No. This is
because they're better than the movies.
Bad writing. Right? Terrible movie. I have taste, and I'm deeply offended. We're done recording. I'm leaving. Good luck, guys.
Don't leave us. Don't leave us. Your hair is beautiful.
She totally.
So what do you watch then? So I want to hear. All right, that's great. That's great. We brought that up. You don't like Twilight. Tell us what you do like. Because The Grinch That Stole Christmas is high on your list.
Sir, this is the Sticky Side podcast. Let's get to talking about cornhole.
Another thing you hate, by the way. Come on.
Dude, oh my God.
I never said that I hate cornhole.
Tell us your favorite movie.
This one's tough because I have 3 tied for the number 1 spot.
And you know what? Hold on. This is bull. Never mind. I got something to add after she says this. Go ahead.
And tied for that number 1 spot is The Addams Family, The Proposal, and The Princess Bride. I cannot if you put a gun to my head, I could not pick Kitty. I could not pick which is the actual number 1. Give me that cat.
Duncan, why'd you bring the cat into play? Because now she's just going to you just don't know. She's got 3 cats, bro. And all 3.
Ain't even mine.
They're not yours?
No, I just left the door open and stray walked in.
All I can say is that's inconceivable. Inconceivable.
That's word.
Cat. Was that a
It does not mean what you think it means.
It's an oxypun.
Giant.
In fact, speaking of cats, one of my cats is named Inigo Montoya.
Oh my God.
That's way too much.
It's got how many? That's awesome. You killed my father.
Prepare to
die.
Bro, her cat is so big, it looks like a walking medicine ball. That's how big it is.
That's badass.
Dude, it would eat Garfield. Like, if they made a real life, if they made an action movie about Garfield, her cat would be top bill. For real.
That's badass.
One of the 3. This thing is like, I know you can't see but it's like this.
Be Wordsworth? Or it'd be Words. Wasn't that the big cat?
Wordsworth.
You know, remember in Garfield there was Wordsworth and there was that was Heathcliff. That was Heathcliff. Heathcliff and Marmaduke.
I don't know. Besides Laura's cats at her house, last big cat I saw was when I was stationed in Germany. That was a big one.
Oh, big. That was a red light district, though, right? Stop it.
Oh, no.
Glemmer, tell us what you got going on next. You guys do your second conference yet in the Carolinas?
I don't even know what conference we're on. You got me thinking. I think we haven't done our second yet, I don't think. No, we've only done our first.
Up. Yeah, is it coming up soon? Or next thing you got is gonna be Atlantic City.
I think next thing I got is Atlantic City. I'd have to freaking flip out of here and look at my calendar. I have no clue. I just wait for Brandon to text me like, "Hey, you ready to go to the conference?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah."
Atlantic City, that's another national, right?
That's our second national coming up in March.
Yep.
Well, cool, man.
18th, 19th, and 20th. Duncan going to try to make another singles run.
Well, here's
the top 5.
We're going to do Duncan a favor since we've got like millions of listeners and viewers out there. Hey, how about everybody go to Duncan's Instagram? It's at, what's that, Sarastic? Is that what that's?
Yeah, I was wondering if you could pronounce it. Yes, Sarastic.
At Sarastic. Y'all go follow him. I mean, he needs more. And get on him. Send him some DMs and tell him to post more pictures. Get him.
He don't even go on.
Yeah.
I might
push your TikToks to your TikToks to your Instagram. See what happens. What are you on TikTok?
1,700 or 1,600 maybe.
That's nice. What's your name? Bad. Same thing on TikTok at Sarastic?
I think it's just Duncan Clemmer.
Oh man, that's why it's easy free to find.
I think I might change my G. Might change it to Duncan Clemmer too.
The DC man, at the DC point 3.0. Oh man, that's sweet. You're welcome.
Might make Captain Stovepipe.
Oh, Captain Stovepipe. You got to get you wearing that stovepipe hat though. You saw that Were you on my Facebook when I posted that, dude? This is Duncan Clemmer, and he was wearing a stovepipe hat. I can't remember what movie that was from. I was watching a movie. This dude was in a stovepipe and had your same peach fuzz mustache and beard.
I think I remember. I try to remember the picture, but I'll have to go back and look at it after this.
This is Duncan. I'm telling my kids this is Duncan Glemmer.
That's when those memes were going around.
Yeah.
You kind of look like Doc Holliday, yeah, just a little bit. You know, you put.
He don't wear no stovepipe.
I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah,
I'm your Huckleberry.
Well, Duncan, hey man, thanks for being on the sticky side, man. We enjoyed talking to you, and wish you all the best and good luck in the future, man, in the ACL. Ranked number 5 right now. Got a national coming up.
He forgot who the F he was playing. That's what the title. That's what the title's going to be.
Look, if you're
he
playing,
must have forgot who the F he was playing.
He needs a shirt. You need a shirt with that on it, man. DC, who the F are you playing? Look, don't forget, if you got to play Duncan in a tournament coming up, whatever you do, don't fist pump when he misses a shot, because you might be going home. So
mad. You going home mad.
I appreciate you guys very much.
All right, Duncan, thanks for joining us, man. Hey, this is Mike, and that's Rob. Hey, don't forget, like and subscribe. See that little button right down here in the bottom right? Click it. Subscribe to Naughty Donkey Studios. Don't forget, also, go to Talk Cornhole, Rob Chismark's YouTube channel. Like and subscribe that. And you can get our podcast anywhere you subscribe to your podcast. Hey, we'll see you next time. See you, Rob.
Hey, Mike, don't forget about BoardmanCornhole.com. You guys can get any of your cornhole merchandise anywhere, anytime. BoardmanCornhole.com. We got bags, boards, apparel, you name it. We got it. Come see us. Come subscribe. Come watch us. Thank you very much. Tell them to rest, Mike.
There you go. Throw them straight. We'll see you next time.
'Cause we all just wanna be cornhole stars, saying keep ourselves and driving beat up cars. The crowd gets crazy and the beers ain't cheap. We get drunk all day, so we just don't eat, and we hang out at the local bar, throwing bags in the hole like we have it all.